Clearly this is like my sewing shirt at this point. I feel like I have this shirt on in like every video that I've done so far. And I'm gonna have to keep ironing it. Ooh. Hold on. Got to do the little. See, and that's one thing about especially like big projects, why I be wanting to get it done like then and there. It's just because it just helps my brain flow smoothly. And like even right now, I'm like, I don't even know, like, do I even remember how to sew? Is that dramatic? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making a blazer dress using a pattern. I am so excited. I just know there's something about reading the instructions on the paper that just never makes sense to me, but we're going to do this together and you guys are going to come along with me. This blazer dress is actually for my aunt. So today we're going to be using this pattern, the Vogue's pattern blazer. It's actually a blazer jacket. And even though this is a blazer jacket, it was a perfect base for me to get the pieces to just cut and adjust, or adjust and cut. You know what I mean? Okay, so before I even get into this, I need to reset all of my machines. So we have this. I have to change all four of those to black. And then don't know what I made that was white, but I have to change that too. So we're gonna do that really quickly. Okay, I was being a little dramatic. It did not take me super long to change out the threads in my machine. I don't know. I just listen. My machines be picking and choosing when they want to have beef with me, okay? One day everything goes smoothly, and the next day I'm rethreading my machine 15 times to get it to work right. But today, I guess it wanted to be nice to me, so it only took me one time. And so all my machines have the right color thread in them. Now it's time to get to these instructions. All right, step 1 is to reinforce large and small dots along neck edge of front at inward corners, pivoting with needle and fabric at dots. Clip to small dot. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. I will say them having pictures is so much more helpful. What is this? I think I would prefer if it was more detailed pictures than trying to tell me. What is that? We can do this. We can do this. All right. Okay. Step 1 through 3 is complete. I did the darts. See that? Boom. I have my iron plugged up because it does need a nice little press. And plus I like to go over darts and stitches. While I'm waiting for that to heat up though, let's go to step 4. So pin side 2 to front, adjust ease, stitch and press. Simple! I just have to take my pattern piece 2, adjust it as needed, and sew it onto the pieces that I just darted. Okay!
One eternity later.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I did some without y'all. Listen, I had to lock in. I really did. I know. We were supposed to be doing this together. That's how you know. It's a lot going on. It's a lot. But listen, I'm here. We're here. And we're gonna finish this blazer jacket. And I'm so excited. The base is done pretty much. I added some interfacing to the main layer so it can have, you see how it's not like limp and bent, has a nice, you know what I mean? Also finished the lining on the inside. Nothing's attached yet. I believe I have to do the color and then I'll start attaching the interfacing with the outside. Just look how crispy. Let's get back to these instructions. All right. I believe I am on the collar. I need to attach the collar because then I can attach the boom, then do the sleeves. Okay, so we're going to attach this collar. Next steps is going to be boom, collar. Why does that sound so? Can y'all hear that? Anyways, collar, sleeves. Those are the next two important steps. No, I got it. I got it. So now I'm doing this collar. And if you've ever made anything that has a collar, you know there's so much pivoting and picking up the needle and spinning and doing the two-step. But then also, you really never know how a collar is gonna look until you're finished. Yeah, I was skipping the hallways. I was skipping school. I've heard that song forever. That's supposed to be like that? I don't think so. I know this doesn't look like a collar, but the collar is attached. I'm gonna add another piece on top and it'll flip so it can be like this. Can't even do it. Like this, and it'll be like, you see, you see. And now I have to work on the sleeve so I can attach this to this. And then everything should be smooth sailing. I feel like I'm closer to the finish line than I think I am. All right, so now I am moving on to the sleeves for this specific pattern. They have the sleeve broken up into two different pattern pieces for the cuff that I need to do at the bottom. I already E-stitched the top because for most sleeves you do need to gather it at some point for the shoulder part. And now I'm about to put the two pieces together and go from there. I have to sit down for this next step, y'all. And you know what? That's what I get for saying something. Because this is what I be talking about. Next step is to the sleeve on outside, fold lower edge of upper sleeve along fold line, okay, and hemline matching small dots as shown. Stitch in a 1/4 seam allowance, pressing open with point of iron. See, I say that and I'm like, okay, but when you look at the, mind you, hold on, this is what I'm working with. We're here. We're here. I have my upper sleeve attached to my undersleeve, right? What is this? Is it just me? Look at that. How, where are we at? What? I could do what I think it's telling me to do. The problem with that is, bro, hold on. Thank you. The problem with that is, this was supposed to be, I have this. So remember the first picture was literally this. It had the little piece in front and the big piece in the back. What is that? Okay, hold on. Let me cook. So they went like this. Oh, I see it now. Okay. My bad. I'll be back. Okay, for those who are actually trying to also figure it out with me, they basically wanted me to fold in the bottom part for the cuff so when I flip it out, it's a clean edge, basically. So I'm gonna go through and finish both sleeves. All right, you guys, so here I am just trying on the blazer dress. This gives me an opportunity to see anything that I need to fix, change. As you can see, the sleeves have a little budge up top, which is because I completely forgot that the pattern called for shoulder pads. And since I wasn't going to include it, I needed to make some adjustments. And as you can see, there's also bunching at the back. So I was going to have to redo the sleeve anyways. You want it to look as seamless as possible. And even with me pulling my arms forward, you could see that it was affecting the fit of it. So I went in, made a couple adjustments. It did take me a little while, I'm not even going to lie. But I think I got it to a point where I like the fit. All right, y'all, we are approaching the finish line. I have redone them sleeves about 3-4 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't care if I didn't double stitched it in place. I'm seam ripping it open if I do not like it. Finally got the sleeves to look how I want them to look. Got rid of the budge that was on top. Got rid of some of the bunching that was going on in the back. I perfected the sizing. I'm loving the way it's coming out. Now it's really just details. All right, so at this point, I'm really just trying to iron. When I tell you I ironed this blazer dress about 20 to 30 times, I'm not even joking. But once I had sewn the outside to the lining, it really just was perfecting the details, making sure the lines are straight, ironing that dress about 50 times, pressing the edges, pressing the seams, and honestly undoing, redoing constantly. Look, I'm literally taking out because, like I said, if I do it and I'm not 100% about it, I'm gonna take it out and redo it again. I did add this really cute detailing at the bottom, which is probably one of my favorite parts. As you can see, I'm getting excited. It was all coming together. I was starting to see the finish line. And this was just really me taking my time with everything. Now I am wearing gloves, y'all. Listen, it's just the black fabric was kind of bleeding onto my nails, and it was that serious. Like I needed to wear gloves for the rest of the project. But as you can see, guys, I was getting closer and closer to the end. The last step that I had to do was add the buttons, and now it's time for the reveal. And for the final results, like I kind of want it. Ugh. Now remember, this is not necessarily made to fit me. I love it. Now, is it perfect? No. But for my first blazer dress, honestly, I can most definitely see myself making this again. Get into the details. Now, I know it does need a good press. I still need to hit it with the iron. I feel like it's giving classy. And then I love that there's multiple ways to wear it. You can even just do outside button, have one open for a little bit of asymmetrical action. The pockets, of course, are on. A little bit of asymmetrical action there. I added the trimming at the bottom just to add a little bit of length. And for another design aspect that just made it a little bit different from the pattern. So this is a 1-in-1. And I gave it a little bit of a swoop back for once again. So, you know, you can bend down, and gotta worry about the goodies being out. We have made it to the end, you guys. I know this journey was chaotic and all over the place, but this is honestly as realistic as it gets. There's so many ups and downs that comes with sewing. And there are times in almost every project that I do where I want to quit. However, if that was the case, I would never get anything done. And look, I made my first blazer dress. Hey. But Auntie, hope you love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.